Oh, hi, Alex and Steve. My name's Wild Ones. Welcome to my home. I want to show you a little project I'm working on. So, have you ever noticed when you put a door down and zombies like to break down wooden doors? That means you basically have a choice. You can either put a wooden door down and hope that zombies don't break it, or you can put down an iron door, but then you got to figure out a way to set up some redstone to open it when you come through, because you can't even open an iron door with your hand. But I have a little bit of an idea, and I've done this before. It's kind of a nice way to approach this, but if you put your door down sideways like this, so that that's actually the closed position. So technically speaking, this is a closed door, and that one is open. If you do it this way, then a zombie will see this as being an open door, and they won't be able to walk through it because obviously their way is being blocked, but they won't break it either because they think it's open. So they only break closed doors. So that's kind of nice, but the problem is that normally I might set up a pressure plate to open this for me, which is normally the way I would want to do it. But since that's technically closed now, if I step on it, when I walk away, it's going to go back to that position, and I want it the other way. I want it so that it's in that position when I'm not on the pressure plate. So how do you do that? Well, I've got an idea, and I'm going to show you. First off, we'll have to take my stairs away. I think I can just leave that there, but I'm going to have to dig down here a little bit. And I may need to get some more supplies too while I'm at it. So what I need to do is go down here to the door. Let me make sure I'm on the right block. Okay guys, a little bit of a start and stop there. Let me show you what I've done. I took a step back and looked at what I was doing up here and didn't really like what was going on just from where the door was and everything. So I moved it a little bit just so that it would work better with what I'm doing. But again, I actually placed it there where the logs were, just so it makes more sense, which allows me to put the trigger mechanism in this block so I can still have my steps and it doesn't push out into this room too much. But everything else is pretty much the same. The redstone torch is right there. Repeater, turning that block off. Redstone dust here, so the block with the pressure plate will go right there, which will activate this redstone and turn that off. And again, the door is technically open now, but it's closed. So when I put the pressure plate here, when I stand on the pressure plate, it opens the door. Opens, but technically it's closed. it's open. So this kind of leads me to something I want to talk to you about. For a zombie, this thing is closed now. This is the door he wants to bang down. This door's open. Can't go through it. It's closed, but I don't want to leave it in that state. That's the reason I put this mechanism on, so that pretty much it'll always be in the state I want it to be, like that. Unless I'm going through it. And the same thing going this direction. I open it manually, but I'm going to run right through, activate the pressure plate. And then it'll return to that state. So for a zombie looking at this thing, he says, I don't need to break that door down. It's open. That's the door I would want to break down. And he wouldn't go through here even if he did, at least not until he broke that down, even though he could clearly walk through it. So he would want to break it down so he could get through this way, but of course he can't. I think that's the way that works anyway. I know it works this way. He won't try and break the door down. The point is, for him, this is a door he can't open. No matter what he does, he can't open that door, even though he normally would be able to bust it down and walk through. And sometimes we encounter doors like that in our lives. Now, of course, I'm speaking figuratively, but sometimes we come to doors that just seem to slam shut in our face, and we kind of wander around aimlessly, not really sure what we should do. Maybe for me an example is my job just recently ended, and I'm finding myself without work. I find myself thinking, wow, that door really slammed shut in my face. But sometimes doors close so that other doors can open. Like this video, for example. I've wanted to do videos like this for a long time, but I never really thought that would be something that I could do. Just logistically in my life, it didn't work out, and there wasn't time and the ability to do that. But having lost my job and having a little bit of leeway between the loss of that job and needing to have another job, this gives me an opportunity to explore this, to try this out and see what this might lead to. The Bible actually talks about doors being opened and closed as being the direction that God gives us, and I like that. I like that a lot, because God's the one that opens and closes those doors for us. So if we find ourselves in a situation where a door's closed, an opportunity's lost, and we don't really know where we're going from here, just start looking around, because who knows? God may actually be opening a new door for you and giving you a new opportunity. So, Steve and Alex, thanks for coming by, and I appreciate you giving me a couple minutes to show you something new and maybe talk to you about a little bit about something you hadn't thought about before. Have a great day.